We are 6 girls
who have come together
to discuss the issues
that are affecting us,
adolescent girls,
in Malawi.
I am an advocate for girls because I want to stop sex trade.
Because I want to abolish harmful traditional practices.
Because I want to help girls stay in school.
Because I want to help girls to have better access for education.
Because I want to stop domestic violence against girls.
Because I want to end child marriage. Growing up as a girl child in my community limited me from every opportunity or whatever I could dream of or think of. You know, my dreams as a young girl, as I was growing up, were being limited by the traditions and customs that dragged many girls of my age into early marriages, forced marriages. I have a little sister who got pregnant and was married off at the age of 11, and I was only 13 by then. We were both young. I was hurt so much. I just wanted everything to change around me. I wanted to see a different girl. I wanted to see a girl go to school, carry her bag, and not a child at her back. As a girl leader, I initiated a girls' community club where we were able to discuss the issues that affect us as adolescent girls, and we were able to convince our leaders and the whole community. Little by little, they began to appreciate and understand what we wanted as girls. But this is not enough. We need a law to be put in place so that every girl in Malawi is protected. Yes.
Likwama Island is a place where tourists, businessmen, fishermen, and ship crews meet. Because of this, it is also the biggest regions in Malawi for sex trade. Girls of my age are victims of sex trade. Young girls trading sex with men for money so that they could support themselves. Growing up in such a community scared me. Every time I thought I would be one of those victims. This trend is a norm, and it has been happening for a long time. But I believe that girls should not be forced to sell themselves. As a girl leader, I started getting involved in adolescent girls programs on empowering girls' rights through having interfaith meetings with chiefs and pastors. Through reading advocacy, I have seen some changes, and I want to see girls of my age not victims of sex trade.
In Malawi, many girls are affected by harmful traditional practices. This is a serious issue that makes adolescent girls to get married earlier. I remember when I reached puberty, I was put into a house for 7 days. We selected women teaching and training me on how to satisfy a man sexually and prepare me for marriage, because at this age, girls considered adults. At the end of 7 days, women brought some men and boys to having sex with me as a proof of having gone through initiation. But I refused to have a sex. I was lucky before initiation. I participated in a class on sexual reproductive health. The teacher explained the many problems of having premarital sex. He told me to say no, and I say no. And I teach my adolescent girls to say no. As a girl leader in the advocacy program, I managed to mobilize and conducting interfaith meetings with youths and religious leaders on these issues. And also I'm giving civic education at primary schools to my fellow adolescent girls, training them on the dangers of practices on how our solidarity could bring change into our society. But I want senior chiefs and members of parliament to make laws to abolish these harmful practices.
In Malawi, there are many challenges which girls face at school. When I was a little girl, going to school scared me. My teacher used to hit me. He would make me stay after school and clean. There were stories of girls being raped in the bathroom. When my teacher touched the breast of one of my classmates, I became very mad. I told him he couldn't do that to us. We were there to learn. I did not want to clean the classroom. I did not want to be scared anymore. This is why I became a girl leader. I approached my head teacher to influence change despite being young. A girls' welfare committee was chosen and policies were implemented. I conducted meetings with my fellow girls to educate them on their rights and how to become leaders to ensure change at the school. Let's hold hands and stop girls' school dropouts.
Girls face many obstacles in order to get education in my country. For me, the challenge is distance. I walk a long distance to school every day. I wake up early to go to school. It takes me an hour. I am so tired when I'm arrived to school, and I cannot concentrate in my class. I do not eat lunch because I cannot go home and back in time for class. Instead, I use this time for reading because I want to be an educator. As a girl reader, I want to tell our community to join me and the village headmen to tell our people to join to make bricks, to bring sand, to construct schools near our community.
Domestic violence comes in many forms in Malawi. When I was a little girl, my father divorced my mother, and my mother did not return back. My father married. I was so happy to have a new mother, but then I realized she did not want me around. After enduring years of abuse and neglect by her, she told me to leave her house when I was 14. I had nowhere to go and I was scared. As a girl reader, building on my life through experiences, I was deeply involved in youth programs where I supported my fellow girls facing various domestic, parental, and social problems, and I have managed to mobilize girls and conduct interfaith meetings with religious leaders and girls. And I just want to help to end domestic violence. I intended to continue meetings with girls and the religious leaders. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
It's time to
End domestic violence.
abolish harmful traditional practices,
Build more school facilities.
Stop girl sex trade.
Help girls stay in school.
end child marriage.
Let's hold hands and work together. Yeah!